Hello and welcome to Deck Techs with LadyLavinias. This one we are going to be focusing on a deck called Keyword Soup. Keyword Soup is a really fun deck that involves a Maskwood Nexus. It says creatures you control are every creature type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Now this deck wants as many lords as possible. It needs the Nexus to function it, but once we have some of them, we have Magda, says other dwarves you control get +1/+0, and when they are tapped, they create a treasure token. This one gives +1/+1 in haste. This one gives +1/+1 in trample. You get the theme. Lifelink, stuff like that. So we're going to try to get as many of those types of creatures onto the battlefield as we can, and then play Nexus, or play Nexus first and get them and start to blend the characters in. We do have our Githrath and our Muxus as well, just to have even more fun, but they both do require a Nexus to go on the battlefield because we have no other goblins or no other dinosaurs, so we need that. We have some type of removal, Cleansing Nova, Settle the Wreckage, and Lightning Strike, just to make sure some of our creatures can stick on the board, so hopefully we'll be able to find things. We also have a Weatherlight to go be able to find our Nexus, so let's see if we can get some good games today. We're hoping for some good games. Not Esper control. No more absolute removal Tegrid decks or mono red. All of those. So we're gonna hope for some good games where we can find our Nexus and get that out and survive until we can start to merge all of the lords together. Alright, so we have our Maskwood Nexus. Now we only have our top end. However, we do have our Settle and we are on the draw, so I'm gonna hope and keep this hand. Picking up a Cleansing Nova, also very good. We do have our Settle as well. We do have double white, which is wonderful. Now I did add the Cleansing Nova because we did see a fair amount of Brine decks during the testing, so hopefully don't find any of. Alright, so we do have a turn 3 play now. We picked up our Feline Sovereign. We're hoping to get a land so we can make sure we hit our 4-drop. It looks like it might be Elementals, or just a big ramp into Ugin. So we'll see. Well, if opponent is playing that, then I'm actually gonna get the Magda out, because that'll guarantee I can get the Nexus out. I'm gonna go with that. It is Elementals. Alright, so we're going to attack with Magda first. Willing to trade the Risen Reef away, or just Druid, that's also fine. Okay, so we have 4. Saving all of those treasures. I'm actually going to shock this in and get the Nexus out now. Alright, so Elementals is a problem, especially if they bring Chandra out. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with that. Okay, so fight. That's gone. Take 1 from that. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6. So we're 2 away from this. So I think what we do here is we probably just shock and Cleansing Nova just to kill all of these that I don't want to deal with. Royal creatures. There seems to be some audio issues with the game. Not all turning on and turning off. Oh, so that's their 3rd growth spiral. Wow. Letting them draw a bunch of stuff. Now we didn't find anything. However, we will get our Endershoot out. Endershoot will trigger. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're one away from doing that. Okay. Hydra's gonna come down and destroy that. Unfortunate. But the worst. I think I'm going to go Feline Sovereign here. And I'm gonna pay for this and keep that open. Because I can activate my Nexus if they don't do anything. Too much there, so that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that Risen Reef dies, though. I don't really want to deal with that. Alright, so can't do much, but we can make everything indestructible, which is extra nice. So now these are indestructible. This does not, but it has protection from dogs, which is, you know, a thing. Alright, we need one more land. That's what we'll be looking for. And a grazer, a lot of elementals. Cool. Alright, let's go Githrath. Who has haste. And this. Yes. I could have gone the Feline Sovereign, but it is okay. So now Githrath is going to trigger for all dinosaurs. These are all dinosaurs. And also, Muxus also gets everything else. Unfortunately, we had 5 lands and a Cavalier. So now they have Indestructible, Lifelink, Double Strike, Ascend, Protection from Dogs, lots of other things. Gaining a bunch of things. I also did gain life, so I did make a Indestructible another horse. And we're going to do this. Triggering Magda about so many times. Just to end the game so that opponent can leave. Let's do this. Okay, well, we found it. We used, again, waited for that Githrath trigger, hit all of the things. And then Muxus. Muxus only got one thing, but that one thing was important because it does give double strike to everything, which was extra nice. So everything had Indestructible, Lifelink, Double Strike, Protection from Dogs, +2/+2 there. That's it? I think it was just one, is +2/+2? Oh, +3/+3, because of Feline Sovereign. So yeah, we'll leave the game, and that's kind of where I want to be with the deck. We have the Githrath. I really do like it. I actually might up one of the Githraths. I know this is the never before seen. Oh, there's the audio. Never before seen editing of the deck halfway through the video, but I think that felt real nice. So I actually do probably want to up one more Githrath. I know we do need the Maskwood Nexus to make it work, but that's okay. I haven't really liked the Weatherlight in a couple of games, so we're actually gonna do that and go less one Weatherlight and up one Githrath. We only have protection from dogs. No, we just love our kitties. Yeah, that worked. Especially because we were against elements. We didn't see any Chandras playing any, really any other elemental things. We got very lucky in that last game. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. This is a fine, it's not the best hand, but I'm gonna keep it. We'll enter the Sunpetal Grove in first because we do not have any Shocklands. Drawing Pridemate. Ooh, okay, alright. Picked up our Maskwood Nexus, which is great for us. We're gonna play our Magda. Now, I'm hoping that they only have a Johnny Pridemate to go down, because I can Lightning Strike it next turn in order to kill it. Does 3 damage, a Johnny plus Welcome. Luminarch Aspirant? Same thing. I can kill that. We can handle that. Bye! Now, I could have gone my Nexus, but I just really wanted to get rid of the Aspirant. The Aspirant gets really big really fast. Okay, it looks like a Hawk and a Revitalize, keeping alive. Now we have a couple of options here. I think I do want to get the Magda trigger first. Willing to offer up the Hawk? I didn't think they would. I was like, they might not do that. So we are going to use our Maskwood Nexus out there early, which will mean that next turn our Shaman will be able to give it +1/+1 trample. Going to be relevant matchup. Hoping they don't have a disenchant, that would be the worst thing. Ixalan's Binding. Alright, chat. Well, that's very unfortunate. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh. That changes what I was going to do. Okay. That also works. Get that back, please. I would like that back. Iliad? Iliad is definitely a problem. But we do have to settle the wreckage eventually for that. Rune of Sustenance thing. I think I would like to get... So I could do this, kill the... That's actually probably better. Do this, hit for 2. Kill the Hawk. Okay. They're trying to find stuff for the Heliod. Interesting. I think we're just gonna do this. To make them indestructible. So now it is an indestructible 5/2. I will give them trample next turn. My precious keyword soup. Interesting that they have a... Yes, they might have only put this in for the gain 1 life. Feed the Swarm. That was rude. Well, never mind. They have the black in there. So it is a Orzhov life gain deck. Alright, so we've killed that, and, think we're going to wait a turn. Gain another... Or it's a Scryland, okay. One to the bottom. Ah, hi Vito. Vito will not be able to survive. At that point, since it's just a Vito, I'm going to get this Maskwood Nexus in. Make a 4-3 with Trample, which is going to be more than enough. I'll do this just to have a little bit extra. It turns them all into just exceedingly strong Trample 8/5s. So it looks like it might have been opponent playing the combo deck, so they held the Vito back for a long time. So I think it was Vito and Exquisite Blood combo deck they were playing with the life. Thankfully, the Ixalan's Binding was destroyed early. Cleansing Nova was a great pickup, literally perfect timing pickup for the deck. So very happy with how it has been performing. We did not see any Muxus or Githras that game, but that's okay. You got to see how it functioned without them. And that Nexus is extremely important. The deck does fall apart without it, but with it, feels really nice. I do like having the ability to make a 2/2 for 3 mana on the actual Nexus at worst case scenario. In case you need to board wipe, you can also still make at their opponent end step. So very, very versatile, great card. Alright, so I like the hand. We have our Paradise Druid to ramp, we have Magda as well. Have our Nexus, that was a very good pickup. So I'm going to actually get Magda out here since opponent is not anything yet. Looks like Dimir could be a control deck or heavy removal, which is what we do not want to see. This deck also faces issues with removing too many of the lords. Searcher Ascanta is great though, because that means that they're not targeting Magda, which actually means we can get the Nexus out a turn earlier than planned, which is wonderful. I want this out of my hand and onto the board before it gets Thought Erasured right out of there. I was stressing a little bit that I was going to be Thought Erasured. Or Thought Seized. Disinformation Campaign, make me discard, that's fine. At this point, I don't know if I really need the Paradise Druid. It's just a win more type thing. Lightning Strike can still be better because they do have some flyers that I just don't want to deal with. That's wonderful news! Alright, we're gonna go Magda. And I'm actually going to get this Tendershoot Dryad out first. Because it does trigger, willing to throw out this Lightning Strike. Now, even if they kill this Dryad, they spend their turn doing so, and I get 2 treasures next turn with the Magda and the Saproling at minimum. So Muxus can come out. No! Well, they don't have anything, so that's okay, I guess. Unfortunate for us. I'm going to pay this because everything gets bigger. And we are going to attack, triggering the Magda 3 times. Almost lethal. Very close. So that card's kind of a dead card for them because obviously the Muxus is not going to find any goblins in Dimir. I mean, watch them also have Nexus and then I'll be surprised, but they're gonna struggle. They're only on 4 at... I think they're basically dead? Yeah, they're dead. Because what I can do is this. I can do this. And then I Maskwood Nexus, like I was saying right before this match started. For 3 mana, I can tap it after they've done everything to get this out. Also, it only destroys creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less, so I would still have my Tender Shoot Dryad. So I really didn't even need to do this, but it was a little overkill. Opponent was definitely a very heavy control Dimir player, but luckily we went a little bit too quicker, much quicker than they had anticipated, and they weren't able to get through that spot removal early. If they had destroyed the Magda, or used that Ritual of Soot to destroy the Magda, I think I was pretty much just dead because we weren't drawing any lands and I wouldn't have been able to get up to play some of our bigger stuff. So I don't know if they had it and they just held on to it and they used the Vicious Urge instead of playing the Ritual. Maybe they wanted more value and they played the Urge instead of the Ritual. If they had done the Ritual, the turn they did the Urge, I think I would have been pretty much dead. It would have been a much tougher game. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. We don't have our Nexus, but we do have our Magda and our Paradise Druid, so I'm gonna see what I can do here. Alright, so we're gonna get our Magda out first. I definitely need more lands, though. We drew another Magda, just fine, but not ideal. Alright, that counts. I'm gonna go in. I really need some stuff, so what I'm gonna do here is we're going to actually put this in, and I'm gonna play the Paradise Druid, just to make sure I get those lands. Now, weirdly enough, we already have enough to pay for the Lyra. Amazing. Just going to do that. I know I can't do much with this Magda now because of the Svella, but like I have a Lyra. So we don't have Nexus, but we do have decent stuff. Turn 4 Lyra's is strong. Alright, so there's a couple of options here. So this is, you can remove it and it gains hexproof until end of turn, right? I think we're just gonna attack with the Lyra. Now I could get the Feline Sovereign going, which isn't a terrible choice, or keep the Lightning Strike up. I think both are decent. I think I just want to play the Feline Sovereign, though. Because if we get Nexus, I'll be able to use it immediately. So the more things on the board, the better. Double Gift Wrath, I mean, we did add one 2 games ago, but I don't love it, because it is legendary. Okay. Lyra died. I definitely need land. And all of it. Alright. In that case, we're gonna do this. Has to die, but I get the Tender Shoot. So, like, hopefully this is enough. We're having a land issue this game, unfortunately. So, I'm guessing they have more removal where that came from? Yeah. Do. I still get the Saproling, so that's at least something. But that's double, 3 of our lords are down now. I am worried about the Svella. By a good amount. Finally! I'm worried about the Svella, but I can't destroy this yet. I could come in to make sure that it dies, but I'd rather just have a little bit more. A Magda or something first. I'm worried about what they're gonna get. Binding. They're gonna bind to kill my Sovereign. I mean, that's fine. Thank you for keeping my Nexus alive. That's very kind of you. Very kind. I appreciate that, opponent. So now, even if they remove a counter, it still trades. Now, I still gotta deal with the Svella, but I got something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need to attack with both. Oh, goodness. It was very kind not to kill my Nexus. I do appreciate that. Blackbridge Troll. I would rather take 8. Because all of these count for trolls. Because they all count for trolls. I mean, for dwarves. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What should I get? What would be the best thing in this scenario? Probably a Muxus. That was not as good as I wanted it to be. Oh, they had no life. I didn't even look at their life total. Okay, well, I mean, that works too, because we got the Gala and stuff. I could have just killed them. I didn't know that I was that close, actually. I did not look at their life total at all. But, I mean, the +2/+2 here did end up helping. Weird as that was kind of fun. So I got 1, 2, and then all of the rest were Magdas. Oh, that's so funny. I have a whole playset. Alright, well, that was another game with this deck. I want to do a couple more so you guys can see. It doesn't always end up like that because of issues with the Nexus not finding it, but did pretty good. I like. I do want to play with the Muxus a little bit more with this. I saw the gift breath and I got so excited. I don't love this hand. I'm gonna mulligan this one. We have the Magda, which could be good. We have just 2 Cleansing Novas and like awkward 4-drops. Maybe it could be good. I could be regarding this, but I'm gonna go down. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. I think we have other Lyras, and we only have 1 Sunmare, so I'm gonna keep the Sunmare. That sounds pretty good. Or I can actually, you know what I can do? I can throw out 1 Magda. Although having an extra one is not bad. You know what? I can find this one. I can find the Sunmare. Sorry, I'm thinking about a lot of things here. That was a process. Because I'm like, well, if they remove a Magda or I remove one of the blockers, I would like to have a second one. It looks like it could be turn 2 Thought Erasure or Thoughtseize. Turn 2 Thought Erasure. So, the other Magda might go, or it could just be the Lyra. Either could have been the option. Could be the Paradise Druid, too. They're trying to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, it's probably the Paradise Druid. Makes sense. That is the Elder spell. Funny. I don't really wanna- I could play the Shaman, but I don't really want to. I'm assuming they have lots of removal. Okay, so they have double Thought Erasure. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Lyra is now the choice. Double Thought Erasure. Ooh. Getting a 3rd Magda in the hand is not where I want to be with this deck. However, I could just replace it easily. Weird. Thief of Sanity. Opponent, you don't even know what's gonna go on in this deck. Alright, so they're gonna attack me with Thief and they're gonna see all the weirdness. I can't wait for them to look at my hand. Be like, what? Now, we do have a bunch of board wipes ourselves, so not really where I want to be with opponent being able to choose. I wish I could see their face right now when they're like, what? Yeah, don't worry about it, opponent. So we just need 1... Oh, there's a Ravager. Be a Wrath? Could be one of those. Or a Lightning Strike? Lightning Strike. Murder Strider. Oh, their own thing. That's fine. Alright, we're 2 away from this to get anything. I don't like that they're stealing our stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the good thing is that if I draw some of our top end, we can find it and we can just play it. Ah, there's our Maskwood Nexus is gone now. I think that was the first rider. Alright, I'm gonna risk this. No, we don't have our Nexus, but I'm still gonna do a lot of damage to them. I might have been able to swing all there. But they were gonna go up to 7, so I figured out, like, it's probably better. We're just playing our deck now. I want to play. I do want a Nexus. So that's one of the Nexus is gone, so we need... There's 3 left in the deck. I don't like that. Oh, it's a settle, obviously. I figured it out. I was like, they didn't do anything, kept their mana open, there's 4. It's a settle. They're not actually playing anything in their deck, either. They're only playing my stuff. I kind of hope they board wipe and then find a Githrath. That'd be amazing. Be a really fun way to win. You have a counterspell? No, don't have one. I want to win. Ugh. Well, there goes our thing then. Man, I told you, I was like, Githroth off the top, but they just, I mean, counterspells are... They finally played some of the stuff that's in their deck. Although they're not playing any lands. They must have not drawn any lands. It's just been Thought Erasures and Drown in the Lines. No! There's our Maskwood Nexus and our Muxus. That would've been great. That's almost it. There's no stops there. That's good news. So there's another stop there, so there's probably more counterspells. I wonder if they're just not finding the lands for my 4... They need to find a settle here. There was no stop there. So if they just pass... then I know that's what they have. Ritual. Alright, they finally killed everything. Now that they've had all of our cards. I bet they have like 3 Cleansing Novas. I bet it's like half Cleansing Nova. They have to block. It's wonderful. They're not finding any lands. They need, like, I don't know how. They finally did. Okay. So there's our Lyra. That's what they needed. They needed the Lyra. Just checking if they're gonna board wipe. Maybe they have another ritual? I have to do this first. Kinda sucks. They win if they have a drown in the lock. This is tough. As I gain the life through that, which is nice. I'm trying, chat. I'm trying really hard. For YouTube comments. If you're still watching this game, I appreciate you. That's a board wipe for sure, so we're just gonna do this. Ow. I guess I could have made a thing. I don't die. I go to 1 and then I win in the crackback, right? Right? Yeah! Oh, wonderful. Can I see everything now? Oh, they won't let me see, like, what they stole. Whew. That one was a difficult one. There's double Thought Erasure, double Drown the Lock, double Thief, and double Commence the Endgame. Realistically, I should have created a Maskwood Nexus this last turn to block here, but I figured I would be able to win in the crackback if they had just killed Lyra or if they had board wiped right after. I got very lucky that they had one less land card in hand than they needed. I got very lucky, to be honest. But yeah, so that's that. So we'll get out of this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still watching, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Each of the subscriptions really help the channel more than you realize. So I would very much appreciate it if you enjoyed this. And until the next video, talk to you guys later. Remember, the description of the deck is in below. If you want to try it out yourself, I would love to see some of this exact deck in the play queue. So until then, bye friends, bye YouTube!